Today, we're going to talk about the best way to get Kaguya in Anime Vanguards Update 6.5, the 1 in 20,000 or 1 in 0.005% chance Vanguard unit added in Update 6.5. Before we get started, you guys know the drill. Our goal is to ultimately reach 100k subscribers on the channel. And by subscribing, you can officially claim to be an OG subscriber of AB Plays if you have subscribed before I reach 100k subs. So if you enjoy this content and many others like it, then subscribe and let's get started. So this video is probably going to be the same with how to get flowers fast in Anime Vanguards Update 6.5. That's usually the type of videos I started out with in Anime Vanguards. But I decided to just make it how to get Kaguya the most efficient way because we're getting Kaguya. That's like the ultimate goal of this update. So right now I have about spent, I think around 300k. I bought the bundles, which is around 140,000 something flowers. And then I have spent a bunch, as you guys can see right here. There's like a ton of, there's just a ton of skins that I have here that I could sell, and as you guys can see right there, I've got a bunch of flowers. Now without yapping, you're gonna have to form a team very similar to what I have right here in the bottom. Now the reason why this team is going to be very significant is because this team is going to allow you to get 100% rewards or 100% modifier on the drops, which means you're going to get 3,000 flowers each time you complete the portals. And obviously the flowers is what's going to allow you to get the stuff, get Kaguya much faster. Not really just Kaguya, but also the other stuff much faster. So you're going to want to have that max modifier, and the only way to really reach it while also completing the hard portal, because yeah, tier 10 is actually kind of hard, especially if you're doing it solo, is to form a team very similar to what I have right here. Now, I do understand that what I have right now is Songjinwoo Vanguard Monarch, and yes, in order to do it much faster and much easier, you are going to need to have a Monarch unit, preferably Songjinwoo Vanguard Monarch, in order to clear the portals, because I think he's one of the very few units that can actually clear it, because his unknown element bypasses portal elements, which is insanely good. I know that that might be a turnoff for players that don't have Monarch on him, so I'm gonna make another tip right after this one that's going to help you guys as well. Now, in terms of picking what portals you're gonna be using, this is still part of the first tip that I have. Mostly just pick Planet Namek if you can. So I'm gonna go to Planet Namek right here and showcase why this theme is important. So as you guys can see right here, my team in the bottom has a bunch of units that allows me to have the secret drop chance multiplier 100%, unit damage multiplier, which I think is broken, and flowers multiplier by 100%, which is obviously the most important one. And if I finish this, I'm going to get 3,000 flowers. So the composition is one Songjinwoo Vanguard Monarch or any unit that can solo rifts, or sorry, portals, and then one farm, preferably Takaroda, and then probably Orihime because she can buff, and her secret skin can buff your main unit. And I have Rudeus, Lemur, and Merlin, which I don't really use them that much, I just like them. And with that, I'll have a flowers multiplier of 100%. But what if you don't have Monarch, Songjinwoo Vanguard, or any Monarch that can clear the portals? Then what can you do? Are you just going to be sitting in AFK chamber hoping for the best? Honestly, that's not even a bad idea, and it might actually be really useful to do that. But no, there's still another thing that you could actually try out, which is called Leeching. However, the problem with Leeching is it requires you to have other people with you. And basically what that means is the term leeching is literally the term leeching. You're just going to leech off of other players' portals. You're going to join other players' portals. You're not going to do anything, and you're just going to keep replaying. And the reason why people want this is because you can get MVP rewards in portals, which will give you not more currency, but it will give you more chests. So instead of just getting one chest, you get two chests, and instead of just getting one shamrock, you get two shamrock, which is actually really good. A lot of players on the Discord like this and actually want this. So that's the downside to this. You're gonna have to find people who can actually carry you. There's no shortage of that on the Discord, but of course, obviously, you're gonna have to have a Discord in the first place to even try this method out. You could also use the match finder of the portals, but I don't think it's very good. So your only option here is pretty much just the Discord server that we have. Now, those two are pretty much the main manual grinding method. Obviously, I'm not going to be including macro here because I personally don't know how to macro, and I think a lot of players probably will not know how to macro as well, which is why I will not be bringing macro up in this situation. So those are the two manual grinds that are, best methods. The last one is actually going to be AFK method. Now, in my opinion, the best way to combine these two is to just manually grind while you're awake with the methods that I, described. You can either do the first option, where you grinded yourself with Songjunu Vanguard and max skin multipliers, or you grinded with other players with max skin multiplier and just leech off of them, let them get MVP. You could leech and you could still get flowers. This is particularly good if you're a new player, and those are the two best options. Or you could just go AFK. In my opinion, the best thing to do is do those two grinding methods, which one ever fits you best, and then do AFK while you're AFK or while you're, sleeping and stuff like that. I really got it just from AFK Chamber. I had Premium and I had VIP. You do need to have Premium and VIP because if you don't have those, it's going to take much longer. So that's kind of like the downside of it as well. But yeah, combining these two methods will allow you to get it much easily. And obviously, if you're lazy, you can just do the AFK chamber method, but that will probably take you a lot longer than if you combine these two methods. Now, the last one is probably going to be a bit unorthodox, but in my opinion, is going to be very effective, like genuinely really effective. And it's going to have something to do with making multiple alt accounts. Yeah, I think you guys probably know where this is going to go. Making multiple alt accounts, buying VIP and Premium on them, putting them in AFK chamber, and then let them, marinate in there. Maybe get like 200 or 1,000 or 1 million presents each, which if you have VIP and Premium, 1 million flowers, sorry, not present, 1 million flowers should take rightly about 10 days. I think I did the math on it a while ago. So 10 days, if you had like 10 alts, 10 days you're gaining 10 million flowers, and the chances of you getting Kaguya in one of those alt accounts is genuinely high, and then you're just gonna trade it to your main account whenever trading releases eventually. Like, you could genuinely do this and maybe stock up like 1 million Kaguyas. Not really 1 million, that's an over exaggeration, but maybe just like 10 Kaguyas and then trade them. And genuinely, that's what people are doing. You see, AV's player count right now is insanely high due to the amount of people doing this method. Genuinely, this method is going to be insane because of the value and demand behind Kaguya. And people are probably selling accounts right now on whatever sites out there using this method. Genuinely. That's why AV's player count is so high right now. It's genuinely the most effective method. It's a bit unorthodox, and I would definitely not recommend people to do this method, but it genuinely is the best method to get Kaguya. It's also the most brain dead method, and it's not limited to 10 accounts only. You genuinely could have like 100 accounts and gain Kaguya in all those 100 accounts if you have the money to buy VIP and Premium on them. It would genuinely be so insane. It's literally the best method out there for gaining Kaguya, and it's a cheat code, obviously, and I really don't recommend people to do this because it's a little bit pay to win as well, so not many people are gonna have the capability to do this as well. And obviously, it will require you to have your account open for days at a time, which is not really a good idea. Anyways, that's pretty much it for today's video. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to like and subscribe. That's gonna be it for today's video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.